guys, thank you for popping up for today's video. Thank you for hopping in. So for today's video, we're gonna talk about beginners recommendation, beginners lineup, and beginners starting pack from Solan Reloaded, the best lineup for beginner player. So on top of our list for Soul Master, right? Let's have Jiangsu. When I was in my beginner stage, beginning just like you, I used to use this girl, this woman. I used her as my primary healer before when I was starting my game, because Jiangsu is a healer. Not just a healer, she can also grant a shield. For the Soul Master, Jiangsu for me is my favorite when I was beginning playing the game. So for my second one, because I don't know for other Soul Masters, but yeah, I think for the A, I recommend Jiangsu, and for the A+, here is Hulena. Hulena is a magic type spirit Soul Master. She is a very powerful one when you are beginning, so this is one of my recommended hero when you are starting your game, because Hulena's critical skill is a very powerful one. So if you are looking for a quick or critical damage dealer when you're just beginning, I recommend you Hulena. And second for the list, after Jiangsu, I also recommend Ning Fengzi. Right, on Ning Fengzi. Ning Fengzi is a healer, not just an ordinary healer. He is also a buffer. He can buff your whole team. He can strengthen and give your whole group a slightly much faster attacking speed with his super skill. Ning Fengzi I recommend Ning Fengzi because Ning Fengzi focuses on buffs, not on heal, just to be precise. Ning Fengzi is a buffer for your team if you want to bolster your lineup. And for the next one, and this is my highly recommended if you want to bolster your defenses, I recommend Titan Giant Ape on the list. Titan Giant Ape focuses on defending itself and defending and defense, and also Azure Bull Python. Azure Bull Python, just like Titan Giant Ape, focus on defense, but unlike Titan Giant Ape, Azure Bull Python isn't that just much tanky in my word. It's not just for me, he's not that defensive when it comes to defense, but yeah, I recommend Azure Bull Python as well. But I do suggest you to get Titan Giant Ape first. But it's up to you. They are all the best for me. So for the next one, for the next defense Soul Master on the S class, if I were to recommend S class, first you're gonna have to obtain Qian Dao Liu. Qian Dao Liu is the best tanker and also the best offensive type when you are getting S class heroes, S class Soul Master. Qian Dao Liu focuses also on defense, and he's also focused on attacking, but it's not that much. Just for me, it's just balance. But Qian Dao Liu focuses on defense. For the second one, guys, along the video, I might say an assassin type Soul Master. Assassin type Soul Master are the one who targets the back of the lineup. I'm gonna tell you more that on video. So on the second one we have Gurong. Gurong is just like I said before earlier, is an assassin type soul master, but unlike an assassin type soul master, Gurong focuses on one target and it deals critical hit damage on the enemy upon landing on the target. The next one is Ayin. Ayin for me, just like Ning Feng Zi, is a healer as well as buffer, but unlike Ning Feng Zi, Ayin is also, unlike Ning Feng Zi, Ayin focuses on healing your allies. Ayin, although she is a buffer as well, but Ayin is more focused on healing, unlike Ning Feng Zi, who focuses on buffs. Next on my recommendation lineup is Ning Rongrong. Ning Rongrong, like Ning Feng Zi, is a buffer and healer soul master as well. So if you are looking for enhanced Ning Feng Zi version who's healer and also a buffer, I recommend you using Ning Rongrong. But just like I said earlier, Ning Rongrong focuses, for my opinion, focuses on buffing the allies or giving strength, attack speed, or so whatever. And Ning Rongrong also heals, but practically Ning Rongrong focuses on strengthening your allies. Next on the list is Chen Xin. For me, Chen Xin is also an assassin attack type soul master. Just like I said before, just like what I said on Gurong, the dragon earlier, Chen Xin also focuses on one target, and yeah, it deals a 6 countless physical damage. And just like Gurong, it deals a heavy critical damage on whoever he lands his ultimate skill. So beware of a Chen Xin type user when you are just a beginner. And for the next, and that's my lineup recommendation if you are new into the game. So let's move on along with the SS class heroes. So for SS class heroes, for beginners, for starters, if you are new to the game, of course you have a free Daimo by SS class hero. Daimo by is a SS class hero that is free and is given free by the server who's up for 14 days, I think. Yeah. To show the dominance of the SS class heroes, Daimo by is what do you call this? Daimo by it's like tearing up paper, because Daimo by is so hurtful when you're just in the beginning and you started to collect Daimo by in the first 14 days of your server. And yeah, for me on my personal account, Daimo by isn't that much powerful, unlike any other SS class soul masters. So ranking that up, for starters, you should collect Gourmand Oscar. Gourmand Oscar is just like a Ning Rongrong, like I discussed earlier. Ning Rongrong, Gourmand Oscar also focuses on healing and buffing. But for me, on my personal experience, Gourmand Oscar is best for healing. So if you want a starting buff or for starters, if you are just obtained the SS class heroes, for me I recommend you to get Gourmand Oscar first on the list for you to enhance and bolster your defense. For the next one, is Zuzu King. So Zuzu King, just like I said earlier, is a assassin attack type Soul Master where she targets the back the lineup where the healers or the buffers are placed into. So if you wanted to bolster your attack and weaken the defense of your enemy, I recommend having Zuzu King on your lineup. Having Zuzu King on your lineup and kills the healer, hopefully, kill the healer and the buffer on the back, well, it can bolster your attack and weaken the defense of the enemy. So for the defense type, there's only one defense type on SS Glass Soul Master, and yeah, this dude is what I recommended you having your second priority. Your second priority after obtaining Oscar. If you already obtained Titan Giant 8 and use it for a while, or Tiandao Liu for defense, after you obtain Gourmand Oscar, I recommend you obtaining Neo-Chan. I don't know what it says, but for me it's Neo-Chan. So Neo-Chan focuses mainly on defense, not just defense, but it also has a shield. It has a built-in shield where, and also I didn't tell you this, Neo-Chan, Azure Dragon Neo-Chan also protects your allied Soul Master. You can see a dragon-like on a Soul Master whenever Neo-Chan protects someone on your team. You can see a dragon-like drawing on a Soul Master. It means that it's being protected by Neo-Chan. What's more, the SS of Azure Dragon Neo-Chan also makes the whole or all the enemy Soul Master takes damage when it activates his ultimate soul skill. So moving on, for the next SS class lineup recommendation, I recommend you having Fast Life Tang San. Fast Life Tang San, oh my god, I really never forget this overpowered dude. This dude is so overpowered. Oh my god, I didn't know what to explain first. So let's briefly explain why I recommend you Fast Life Tang San. So Tang San, just like its nickname, the god of hidden weapons, Tang San can poison the enemy, and not just that, he can also apply debuffs, or he can nerf the enemy Soul Master while you're at it. I recommend highly Fast Life Tang San because it can deal massive AoE damage, not just AoE damage, but also in PvP. He can deal massive damage, and also he can heal himself after he uses his super skill. Moving on into the next one, the second most OP on the game, on the SS class lineup, is Sword Dao Chen Xin. Sword Dao Chen Xin, just like Chen Xin, but Sword Dao Chen Xin, if he uses his super skill, he pins, for me, in my own perspective, in my own accord, Chen Xin pins down the random Soul Master. But for me, Chen Xin, if he's deployed or even he's in support, he pins down the strongest Soul Master, strongest hero in the game, rendering unable to move. That means he can't move. The Soul Master can't move if the BP, if Sword Dao Chen Xin's BP is higher than the pin's BP, than the Soul Master's BP. I don't know. It's just my personal experience. I don't know to you. And for next one, just like I said earlier, if you can now obtain blue silver empress Ayin, I recommend you having her. I can vouch for this lady that she can help you much more than Gormand Oscar. Gormand Oscar is very good for me. He's pretty good when it comes to healing, but for me, I do recommend Blue Silver Empress Ayin on your lineup. Why having Blue Silver Empress Ayin is important? Because he can give boost to your energy cap, the yellow one. The yellow one, you can where the SS, where you can see the SS recharges. She can bolster that to bolster your attack. And also Ayin focuses much more for me. If I were speaking, Blue Silver Empress Ayin much more focuses on buffing the allies rather than healing. But for me, it's just balance. Ayin is pretty much balanced, but in my perspective, I think she's great at buffing the enemies, the allies. So for the next one, the SS Plus class, I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it because SS Plus is still ongoing and it's still dropping, just like this one, the new hidden weapon. So I don't think I'm gonna talk about it, but for now, let's talk about hidden weapon. It's most recommended hidden weapons among the team. So for starters, I recommend you having Peach Flower Umbrella. It's like it says, it's sustained healing. This hidden weapon perfectly matches the healer type and the booster type Soul Master. Just like what I said earlier, this hidden weapon is best for Ayin, best for Ning Fengzi, best for Ning Rongrong, the S plus type, the S plus type. And for the next one, I recommend you to also have this on your lineup, the Buddha Fury Tang Lotus. This hidden weapon is so OP when you're just starting the game. It can grant you protection. Not just that, it also dispels the armor and ignores the defense. This hidden weapon is, I think, one of my favorite when I was starting the game. And for the next one, for my next recommendation, if you were defending, I think for the next defend, I'm gonna recommend this one. Yeah, not that much, but I don't clearly remember how this build works, but yeah, I'm gonna recommend that. And also for healer, before that, for the healing type Soul Master, I also recommend you this. It bolsters the healing capacity and the healing skill of the Soul Master you're affiliated, and I think it's not that much about S class hidden weapon. And for the next hidden weapon, I'm gonna recommend having this one. This one, I mean, Evil Fire Dual Sickles. For me, he is best attached to Chensin, to Tangsan, and Chensin and this Tangsan. Into our list. So SS class, if you are still obtaining SS class hidden weapons,
The first hidden weapon you will likely to receive is this Zuge crossbow cannon. For me, I think this guy is also worth it, and yeah, but it doesn't do that much for me in battle when I was starting. And yeah, for starters, you can have this. I recommend you having this on your lineup if you wanted to, you know, just have an upper hand on hidden weapons. For sealed milk battle, I recommend this one on support type soul masters. Mainly this perfectly fits or perfectly harmonize blue silver IS, the SS plus blue silver empress IN. For our next one, I'm gonna recommending you this one, 24 bridges moonlit night. This one perfectly fits for Tangsan, past life Tangsan, I think. Yeah, because 24 bridges moonlit night focuses on weakening the enemy as well as ignoring the defense and also the shield of the soul master. So if you're going to have if you want to outsmart the SS class defense type, which focuses on armor, you can have 24 bridges moonlit night so that you can bypass the defense of the defensive type soul master. For the next one, I'll recommend you this White Tiger Dagger. White Tiger Dagger focuses on HP suppression, in which you can't heal if the soul master is infected with HP suppression effect, and also weakens as well as steal some HP on the already damaged soul master. This one I recommend you to fit in Sword Dao Chensin, because Sword Dao Chensin or Zuzuking, because it's a one hit type. It's a one hit type hidden weapon. And my last recommendation is having you obtain Eternal Star Realm. Eternal Star Realm, if you wanted, or if your enemy has Suzuki on their lineup, their SS lineup, I'm gonna recommending you this, because if the wearer of this hidden weapon has took a critical damage, it can instantly heal the soul master who wears it, and for I think for like seconds, I don't know how many seconds, for seconds they are immune to nerfs or debuffs obtained by the game. So guys, what do you think of my recommendation? Recommended lineup and recommended hidden weapon. You can voice your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, but I really don't think I'm thinking of having the SS Plus recommended lineup, but that's maybe for the future, because the SS Plus is still ongoing and it's still dropping. I think for the next few months it will drop, and yeah, and I wanted to show you guys in the next video my personal lineup recommendation on SS Plus type hidden weapons as well as Soul Master. So for Spirit Soul, I recommend the first you're gonna have first SS class Spirit Soul will be Ice Jade Scorpion. Well, we'll be skipping a few. We'll be skipping the S class. So let's talk about S class first. I recommend you, if you want to bolster your attacking strategy, I recommend you having Tyrant Dragon on your side. Tyrant Dragon focuses on single martial soul, and yeah, it can affect the energy of the Soul Master. It's energy. Energy is the one who initiates with the super skill of the character. Tyrant Dragon, I think Tyrant Dragon freezes or suppress the energy regeneration of the Soul Master. And as for my next recommendation is for defense. So for defense, I recommend you having Mutated Metal. Mutated Metal, when he super skill all the Soul Masters on the battlefield, I mean not all, just counted, but the counted or the link Soul Masters will share the same attack, defense. I think that's the stats. I mean, that's on my personal accord, okay? It's my personal experience. They share the same damage at the same time, as well as the same damage taken. I mean, not damage taken, but Mutated Metal will provide armor. On the Link Soul Masters. So for attack type also, I recommend you having Heavenly Dragon Horse. Heavenly Dragon Horse deals a lightning type damage where it stuns the target for a set amount of time. On my personal accord, okay, on my personal use, because I used to use this Heavenly Dragon Horse before. And for the next one, for the next is SS class Spirit Soul. So for starters, you're gonna have Ice Jade Scorpion, which for me isn't that much good in battle, because I think obtaining the Three-Eyed Golden Lion was the best and was suited for Soul Master sign up for beginners. If you wanted to obtain the SS plus Spirit Souls, and that's just for starters. And for the next one, we're talking about Divine Tool. So for me, which is the best between Sea God set and Angel set? For me, in Sea God set defense, I'll be recommending you Sea God set in the first. If you wanted your defense to be bolstered, I recommend you having Sea God set. And then for offensive type, I recommend you Angel's Excalibur. Although my Sea God's Trident is already maxed, I really use this Angel's Excalibur when I'm in battle, because it deals a damage, massive amount of damage, full scale physical damage, and it will be triggered every 20 seconds. And for me, and on the S class, I'm so excited that we talk about SS class. For the S class, having these two is also, there's only two, so I recommend you obtaining these two also, because this Vast Ocean Shield imprisons the Soul Master. They were not unable to move, but the enemy the ally or the team where the Lock Soul Master is, at least they can buy time. Okay, they can't damage the imprisoned Soul Master, as well as the imprisoned Soul Master can also deal damage when the Soul Master is outside the, you know, outside world. For the Atlas Divine Sphere, this is for like a super dispelling magic type spear, because it's just when you were in game, it deals heavy blow. For me, in my personal experience, it will deal heavy blow when a Soul Master reaches a definite HP, and if this Atlas Divine Spear strike, it can help one hit the player. It can one hit the player. So that's all for today's video. I think I'm gonna be talking about SS++ and then on our next video, because SS++ is still ongoing, yes. And thank you for watching today's video. Hope you have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe.